I recently showed you guys how to jumpstart an Ioniq 5, an Ioniq 6, a Kia EV6, or a Genesis GV60 if your 12-volt battery dies. Now, this video is kind of going to be a follow-up because I wanted to stress a few things about the keyless entry systems with your cars and how those could really complicate this situation. So if you use any of these phone or key card or biometric ways to get into your car and start it, then stay tuned. Hey folks, it's the Ioniq guy. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. My name is Corbin. I cover all things Hyundai, Kia, Genesis, EV related. So like I already stated, today's video is going to be about alternative methods for getting into these cars if you have a dead 12 volt and what to consider. So for the Ioniq 5 and Ioniq 6, you have phone as key, which means you can take your phone, hold it up to the door handle and it will unlock and you can get in, put your phone on the wireless charging pad, and then you will be able to start your car and be on your way. It's more or less the same for the Kia EV6. With the GV60, you can simply walk up to the car and on the B pillar, there is a camera that will scan your face and allow you entry into the vehicle. And then once you're in the car, you can start it up with your fingerprint on the little fingerprint scanner and be on your way. So the Genesis definitely has the most high-tech way of getting in and starting the car. And I've tested it and it actually works quite well. It's pretty easy to set up and I never really had any issue using it. But with all this high-tech stuff comes just challenges with simple things like getting into the car if the battery's dead. And you have to rely on the tried and true physical key. So I really want to stress to you guys that reading through the manual for these cars, if you do not have the physical key that you can put into the key slot behind the car door, you will not be able to get into it with a dead 12 volt battery. So I just want to stress, if you use these systems to get into your car and start it, if your 12 volt dies, you are going to be stuck. And the manuals basically say that. They say there is no alternative other than the physical key. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you are taking on a decent amount of risk if you use these systems. So some of you might have already experienced this. If you did, let us know down in the comment section how that went. The roadside assistance crews usually have those bars that they can stick through the window to get into the car and unlock the doors manually. But obviously that's kind of the last resort that you really want to deal with. Something else I did forget to mention in that video was the fact that if you keep your 12 volt booster in the trunk of the Ioniq 5, you will not be able to open the trunk and gain access to get it. That is because the trunk is electrically actuated, and the 12 volt is obviously not providing the energy needed to release it. So if you have one of these cars, be it a sedan or an SUV, you will have to crawl into the back of the car and get your 12 volt booster pack out. So yeah, my advice to you guys would be that if you do like using these biometric or phone as key things to get into your car, you really might want to consider sticking that key in your bag, your lunch bag, tool bag, whatever it is you carry with you on a daily basis. I mean, you could even kind of stuff it in your wallet if you like having a big, thick George Costanza wallet. But if I were one of you people that uses this, I would definitely consider that. Now, this didn't really come to my mind when I made that video because my 2022 SEL does not have phone as key. That was added for the 2023 model year, so I just have never really lived with it on a daily basis, so it never came to mind. I always have my key fob, which in turn always has my key in it. So I mentioned this in my how to jumpstart the car video, but if you have any concerns that your 12 volt battery might be damaged from being depleted so many times, definitely get it tested for battery health. And if it is an unhealthy battery, definitely get it replaced. Be that under warranty or out of pocket. The most you're gonna spend is $100 or $120 for a new battery. So that's gonna do it for this video. I just wanted to put this quick public service announcement out there. So anyway guys, if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. Check out my store if you need some accessories for your Ioniq 5, Ioniq 6, or Genesis GV60. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody. Are you a new or existing owner of a Hyundai Ioniq 5? Then check out my store because I got a bunch of cool new stuff to show you. So obviously you got the OG magnetic eyewear holder, but I've also got a new magnet shaped like the Ioniq 5 wheel. Do you like big 40-ounce water bottles or tiny little cans? Well, I've got both. This one shrinks your cup holder, while this one enlarges it. I've also got some for the rear seat. I've also got a keychain that resembles the charging indicator in the charge port, and if you don't even want to see this charge port indicator when you're charging at night, you can go ahead and cover it up with this little guy. These LEDs flash very bright at night, so you might not want people coming over and looking at them, and when you're done, thanks to these two little nubs, you can go ahead and store it right in your charge port. I design and 3D print these all myself, and every single sale goes towards the channel and helping me grow it a little bit more. So you can purchase any of these products from the links in the descriptions. If you're international, please use my Etsy store. If you're in the US, you can go to my website, ioniqguide.com. You can also purchase them right here without leaving YouTube from the store on my channel page. And if you have any custom requests, shoot me a message because I'm always open to trying something new. So I appreciate you checking them out and I hope you like them.